Hello everyone, and welcome again to another episode of Financial Freeway. My name is Dave Atwood and I'm the guy rocking the Ray-Bans. And today I wanted to talk a little bit about FIRE. FIRE, I love that. FIRE, financial independence, retiring early. And I think that's my whole mission, is to help people gain financial independence so they can retire early. FIRE. I want to set the world on fire. So, in order to do that, of course, you gotta of course listen to this Financial Freeway video podcast on YouTube. Become a subscriber, and yeah, you're just a winner, aren't you? And become a subscriber, and of course you want to help other people get on fire by helping them by sharing the word. These are good things. This is a good thing. This is the first thing you can do on the path to philanthropy, is to share the word that we're talking about right here and get it out to people. So on a side note, I just watched this interview with Andrew Tate. And Andrew Tate was one of those guys, at first I was like, okay, here's another guy who's just in it for the splash, he's in it for the shock. He just wants to get that that notoriety on by saying things that are shocking people. I get it. But after watching this last interview, I was like, I think I might be able to turn around about this Andrew Tate guy. He's done things in a unique way, and I don't know. I kind of dig him. I kind of dig his message. Maybe he could have put it out in a little bit more of a nicer package when he was talking about all the things that he wanted to do and all the things he felt strongly about. However, I think we would have never heard about Andrew Tate if he didn't do things the way he did. So just interesting. I just came off it. It's still buzzing in my mind, all the things that he was talking about. I've got a craziness couple of days coming up. I've got a meeting with the magicians, the Victoria Magic Circle, of which I am now president. So I've got to get some work done on that. I've got my brother's birthday coming up. Of course, I got this podcast right now. I've got to go pick up Gabby from a thing she was doing in for her English proficiency test in order to become a permanent resident of this beautiful nation of ours, which I'm sure she'll pass with flying colors because she speaks beautiful English, so I'm sure it's fine. But I wanted to talk today about FIRE, setting the world on fire. I just really love that acronym, and I think that's going to be the new thing. Now, becoming financially independent and retiring early. Number one, the first thing you got to do is set up your retirement plan. And we've talked about this. It is $5. It's $5 a day. I've done the math. If you put down $5 a day, or no, I shouldn't say $5 a day, because, you know, inflation and things will change. You might be hearing this a year from now. Not $5 a day. I want you to go to the Starbucks. I went to Starbucks this morning, and I got myself, I purposely went to Starbucks and got myself a pumpkin latte, a pumpkin spice latte, just to see what all the craziness was about. The first sip was magic. The rest was disgusting. I'm not a fan, but the first sip was all whipped cream and sugar and stuff, so it was nice. But after that, when it's all get to the cloves and you get to the bitterness there of it, it was like, you know what? It's not for me. But that pumpkin spice latte cost me $6.09. So what I'm saying is, I say $5, but no, I'm not saying that anymore. I'm saying go to Starbucks, look what they're charging for a cup of coffee. And if you decide that you're wealthy enough to go to Starbucks every day to order a cup of coffee, congratulations, you've now just funded your retirement. You take whatever the price of that normal cup of coffee is, and that's what you set up for your automatic deposits into your retirement plan. Boom. The R out of FIRE is done. You've got the retirement done. Okay, it's not retiring early, but it's the retirement part. Okay, so that's cool. Now, the financial independence part. Here it is. Really simple. I know I like to keep these videos pretty short, so I'm going to chop it up and go pretty hardcore on this one. Number one, get a job. We talked about this earlier. I think it was yesterday's podcast. Get a job, get it done, get out there, make some money. You got to have a job. You cannot float through life like a cork on the ocean and expect to be the master of the Navy. You can't. You've got to take deliberate charge of your life, and that starts with getting a fucking job. Get a job, make some money. Once you get that job, you got to start living frugally. I say, listen, if you are number one, I think this is really important. A lot of people lose their money because they stay where they were born and try to find a job where they grew up. Don't do that. Go to where the work is. Make your home where your career is. Don't make your career where your home is. That's the mistake I made. That's a mistake a lot of people make. If you do this, it's going to be so much harder for you. Figure out what you want to do. Figure out what you want to do and how much money you can make doing it, and where you can do that same job and live as inexpensively as possible. Make that Venn diagram. Find out where the intersections are, and that's where you go. That's where you decide to live. Don't say, oh, I want to make $50 an hour as a welder, but I don't want to leave this city. Well, that's just a loser's game. Get your welding ticket, then you go to where they need welders and where they pay welders good, even if it's up in Fort McMurray in northern Alberta. You just do it. That's where you get your start from. That's where you're going to get a huge head start on everything. So once you get that, you live in a small town, you live frugally. You knock off the booze, you knock off the weed, you knock off the cigarettes, you get that stuff out of your life. You don't need it to survive. If you don't need it to survive, get rid of it, at least for the first 2 years. Save like your life depends on it, because it does. Once that's out of the way, then you got your savings, you're living frugally. They're kind of hand in hand at that point. So the frugality, the savings, kind of neck and neck. So you're saving, you're living frugal, all important. The retirement planning, we've got that figured out, right? It's a cup of coffee a day. That's all it is. And when the prices go up, you increase how much money that you're going to be investing into your retirement savings plan. And with the apps they have today, it is super, super, super easy. No excuses, folks. And once you got that savings done, I want you to get into the retirement. What did I say here? Well, we talked about this before. It's just you start building, you get the entrepreneurship, and that's where you start just getting the side gigs, and you start getting passive income. You start working on that. I tell you, man, once the sweet nectar of passive income touches your lips, you will never go back to renting out your life for money. You'll never go out to trading, negotiating your time for cash. You just won't, because passive income, oh, it is so sweet. And passive income, this thing is no such, I really don't believe there's anything as passive income, because there's always something that requires your time and energy. But it's how much time. Like I have, me and Gabby just opened up a business, and we spent the last 2 weekends working on it. But you know what's going to happen is we're going to spend months not doing anything about it. We're going to be out, and we're going to be living in out of a suitcase for 3 months, possibly 4 months, as we're traveling the world. And we're going to be making cash while we're traveling. Now, I'm sorry, but that is the best. And that's what you want to do. And that's kind of the basic idea of what passive income is. But it's not passive. You still have to work. There's still work to be done. There's jobs to do. So oh, I'm really early. I was supposed to meet someone. I'm really early. So figure out what that is, and once you get that passive income coming in, now you are good to go. You've got passive income, you got side gigs. This is the whole thing. And yeah, just keep living the dream as if your life depends on it, because it does. And that is the absolute reality of it. Living a life of living a life of abundance is crucial. And it's not just crucial for you. Remember, I've said this before, you being happy, successful, wealthy, and healthy, those things, that's crucial for the people that love you too. Because if you are not living a life of true happiness and abundance, then you will have to be taking from the people that you love. And that is not cool at all. Where are we at here? Just trying to back up. This is a big truck. Anyways, folks, thanks so much. Remember, as I said before, subscribe if you haven't, because that's where the rubber meets the road. Share the word, because like I said, I really truly believe this is how we get the word out. This is our gift that we give the world. It is philanthropy, because I want to teach everyone about the responsibility about being financially sober and financially intelligent and living a life of true abundance, and how it's your responsibility to do it. It's your duty to the people you love to take care of yourself, or they'll have to take care of you. Thanks so much for watching. Again, subscribe if you haven't, share the word, click the notification, thumbs up. Love you all. God bless.